Welcome back to the Dahlia Society, everybody. My name is Kristen. I'm out in my garden with all this beautiful autumn colour. I thought I'll show you a tried and tested favourite of mine and a new pants pattern for you to see what you think. Now, don't forget, if you like this channel and you haven't already subscribed, hit the little notification bell and the subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on an episode when it is released. I try and do that once to twice a week so you guys can keep in touch and I can let you know what I've been up to. It's a little bit breezy out here in the garden at the moment, but the temperature's just perfect. So nice to get some fresh air. Don't forget, if you guys are all isolating at the moment, it's really important to get a little bit of fresh air, even if it's just outside in a courtyard or even just sitting by a window. Just helps make you feel more energized. It just makes you feel a bit more connected to the earth, and if you can be around anything natural, trees or nature, I think it's really good, especially for your creative inspiration as well. Now today you'll see I've got on a blouse here that you may recognize because it was a very popular pattern probably about 3 to 4 years ago when I really first got into sewing my own wardrobe. When I looked around for this pattern, I had a lot of mixed reviews. So when I see that, I always just think, you know what, I'm going to sew it myself, because I like to make my own mind up about what I like, because everyone's different. Everyone has their own unique taste. And I just think that sometimes all a pattern might need is a little bit of a tweak with sizing or whatnot to get your perfect fit, to make it that perfect wardrobe essential for you. Now, the Roscoe blouse I've got on here, as I say, was a very popular pattern quite a few years ago now. It's made by truebias, which is Kelly from truebias. You know, a lot of her patterns have got a real cult following, and especially the lander pants. I've made those and I've loved those. I've actually had to tweak those quite a bit to get the right fit, because as I say, first time I made them, wasn't too impressed with the sizing, needs a bit of tweaking. Now they're perfect and one of my favorite wardrobe staples. And the same goes for this Roscoe blouse. You'll see it can be made in a dress as well. People have made it with the tiered version, that real vintage boho, almost 70s feel to it. I love anything to do with that. I love a dramatic sleeve, and this was probably one of the first blouses I'd seen with that nice loose fitting sleeve that's got the band around the bottom to really cinch it in and give it that lovely puffed effect. But I love the fact that it's got the raglan sleeve, so it's very similar to the Wilder gown in that sense, but without that dramatic neck. It's got more of a relaxed fit neck, and you'll see that you can use like a self-binding to gather up your fabric underneath and attach it to your neckline. So you can either wear it done up with a bow or undone, of course. Now you can see here I've used a contrasting little velvet bow. I wear these with jeans, especially through autumn and winter, with being that nice viscose fabric. The weight is perfect for underneath jackets or cardigans as well. I'll stand back so you guys can have a bit of a look. It's got a really nice length, and it curves down at the bottom as well, and I love that high-low hemline as well to get that nice, especially if you're wearing like a skinny jean and boots, it looks beautiful. So that nice length. The thing with the Roscoe blouse, I'd seen a lot of people say it was huge. A lot of people, big thumbs down, didn't like the fit of it, but I'd seen it on so many people that it really worked well for this style. And some people have worn it with a belt and, as I say, made it into a dress. But I just wanted to wear it over jeans. And I had looked up quite a few reviews and seen that you need to size down at least 1 to 2 sizes. So normally being 14 to 16, I think I sewed the 12 up first off, and I'm quite happy with this. Is a 12, as you can see. It's very generous fit. If you don't like that really loose fit, of course, go down 2 sizes. I think you won't be disappointed. And really, it's got enough room everywhere. It's got enough room in the bust. You won't really have any fitting issues at all with this. But if you like more of a shaped fitted blouse, this is probably not the style for you. If you like an easy wear kind of loose boho fit style blouse, this you will definitely love. And as I made it in a rayon viscose from Spotlight. That I love the color in this because I think the earthy tones back with the navy really pops out, and you can wear it back with the dark denim jean. It looks really nice especially with a camely or a rust colored jacket as well. So this is really the colors I'm into at the moment. Anything the autumnal or the earthy colours. Actually, all year round, I'm really drawn to these kind of colours. Now, lately, I know truebias is one of those first pattern companies that have got such a huge following, so they decided to increase their size range. This one, you'll see, it goes from a 0 to 18. The next range up is a 14 to 30, so make sure you choose your size range, the one that you're after. Don't choose the wrong one, because they do come in the two separate lots. Now, I think a lot of people have seen how beautifully she styled the new models and the curvy models on her website. She'd had such a lot of people asking to increase her size range for so long, and I've got to commend her for that. I think it's fantastic that we can go to a company now and see those size ranges for everybody. Roscoe Blouse, I think 2.5 meters I used of a 138 width fabric, and you need to make your own binding around the neckline as well. As I say, if you wanted to use a different trim or a ribbon, that's fine. It can save a little bit of time, and it can add a bit of a pop of color and a bit of a unique feel. I've also seen people use like the plaited cord or the rope. That really works well as well, or even like leather ties. So you can get really creative with your binding and with your ties for something like this as well. So it's a really lovely blouse that I definitely, this kind of thing really appeals to me in my wardrobe. It's just something that can be dressed up or down quite easily as well. And you'll notice with the wilder dress as well, the wilder top, that the neckline's not as gathered as that, so not as much volume around the neck. So I probably, next time I make this, I might even size down to the 10 and see how I go. But it depends, as I say, what I'm going to wear it with, to what size I want to make it. If I'm going to wear this with a denim skirt or something, I probably would size down because I wanted to have it a more of a fitted look. Being with a skirt too, you could even crop it a little bit, but I like the fact that I can wear this over a jean and have it cover my bottom. It really gives it a bit more of a relaxed look to it as well. Now, the pants I've got on today are the Sewtogrow pattern Port City pants. Lindsay Ray's got a YouTube channel with some fantastic tutorials, just about takes you through everything by step, a lot of sew alongs as well. And she has her very own pattern company called Sewtogrow. You might also know that Lindsay Ray is originally from Texas, and she now lives here with her husband in Australia. And I just think it's fantastic to support Australian businesswomen as well as the sewing community in general. I just think it's great that people can really put themselves out there with their little pattern companies and just strive to bring you guys new and updated patterns and interesting looks, and that I think it's something we can all get on to support. And there's a couple of nice coat patterns there. She's got some pants patterns, some skirts and some dresses on there, so you'll really be quite impressed when you see her beautiful styling and what she's done with those patterns. So jump over to her website. I will link that below for you guys to see as well. But I bought this pattern a few months back now. I've been meaning to make it in a light chambray denim, and I'm pretty happy with how they came up. They're not the kind of pants that I would normally go for because they're a little bit lower waisted. But in saying that, they're perfect for wearing like longer tops over. And I find that if I want to wear a shorter top or a top tucked in, I'll go for a higher waist. These are more of a curved, really interesting waistline, very flattering at the front, and that nice flat front elastic waist back, which I know everyone loves. Now I'll just show you up close the pattern envelope there. Now she suggested that you use linen, chambray, tencel, rayon, and any light to medium weight wovens. That you need about 2.75 meters to make these, but that covers the size range of extra small to 4 extra large. So I looked at my measurements in these and I went for an extra large, and I think I got the fit quite perfect there. Always look at your finished measurements if you're not sure about your waist and hip measurement. It can be very hard when you haven't tried a pattern company before and whether to know what size to go for. So I'd always verge on going up a little bit, and then you can tweak it later, and next time you'll know a definite size to go for. Being elastic back, I think it gives you that option to cinch that elastic in and tighten the waist in if you feel that the waist is too loose. So very simple to construct. You've just got your front and back pant pieces. You've got your waist that is actually a curved waistband, and you've got the facing pieces, so you need fusible interfacing for your waistband. And then the back, you've got the back panel with the facing, and you need to sew a channel through that for your elastic to go through last. And then you can gather the elastic up and use that method where you pull your waistband tight and you stitch along it with the thread, and it gathers the waistband nicely, and it also distributes the elastic evenly and stops it twisting around. So it's a great method, and her instructions are lovely. I'll show you the little booklet it came with actually. The pattern pieces are on a nice sturdy paper, so not too flimsy. They're not going to tear up and wrinkle away. The pattern booklet I think was lovely. It was really well done. So she's got it almost like just step-by-step guide there, so you guys can see from start to finish. It's just so simple and so well illustrated. I think a beginner could tackle these pants quite easily. And yeah, as I say, it'd be a great beginner pattern if you wanted to get your teeth into sewing pants. I would definitely recommend trying these. I love the comfort of the elastic back, flat front, but then it also makes you feel like you've gone to the effort to dress up just that little bit by having that nice flattering front. I think if you have that full elastic, you just sometimes feel like you've got sweatpants on and you haven't gone to any added effort. But with a flat front, you always just feel that little bit more polished. Well, personally, that's how I feel anyway. So they've got pockets in the front as well, which are great. I think anything with pockets that are that nice slanted style pocket is always more flattering than having too much bulk in the side seams. I just love it when they've gone to the effort to consider that we don't want a lot of bulk around our hips. So if we want pockets, we want them to be a bit lower down. But yeah, definitely more of the lower rise. I wouldn't call them a mid rise. I'd probably call them a lower rise. They probably just sit, the waistband probably just sits just on the underneath the belly button, and because of the curve brings it down a bit lower. So probably not something that I would personally wear anything tucked in with, but I know that Lindsay Ray has actually styled them with a belt and a sweater, and she just looks gorgeous in that. I think she's got the styling spot on. Yeah, the size range, as I say, comes in an extra small to a 4 extra large, so really size inclusive there. But yeah, be careful with your sizing. Always look at your finish measurements, look at your hip and waist measurements, and don't forget the elastic will make them a bit roomier as well. Because when I actually cut them out at first, they looked really huge and I was a little bit concerned, but as they were coming together, I thought, okay, these are starting to resemble like something I would wear, like more my size. The one little mistake I did make at the start was I started to prepare the waistband on the yoke, and then I realized that I'd done them upside down. The yoke, you need to make sure that the curve runs with the curve. So as I'll just point it out and show you, when you're attaching your fused side waistband, you need to attach the center front, so you'll see your front yoke. This bit here, don't make the same mistake I made and put the more concave curve to the top of the pant, because it'll be upside down. You want to make sure when you have them all stitched up properly that you've got the curve that's sitting at the top of your waistband, not vice versa. So little things like that. Of course, if you're sewing and it's late at night and you're a bit tired, you're not concentrating fully, you make silly mistakes like that. I'm sure we all do that, but very easy to unpick and start again, and you'll never do it again. Because when you put your inner facings on, you'll see that you need to clip all those curves, and you put the inside facings in there as well, and they'll all fold out and become a really nice flat waistband. So yeah, a really cleverly done pattern, interesting style, and a lovely website and a lovely person as well. So pop over to her website, sewtogrow, and you will find quite a lot of patterns there. So supporting another Aussie. So just another episode to keep you guys all inspired and keep the sewing happening. Let me know if you've tried any Sew to Grow patterns and what you've found, what you've enjoyed to make. Yeah, I'm in love with one of her coats that she's got on there as well, that I've just been eyeing off for quite some time, but we're still not quite into coat weather as well. Yeah, we're just starting to head into that nice mild autumn weather, but it's something that you think about doing, is making a coat, because you kind of know that it'll be quite a bit of work involved in it, and if you leave it a bit too late in the season, sometimes you just miss the boat and think, well, I might as well wait till next year to do it. So it's probably a great idea to get in early and start that coat making earlier on in the season rather than too late. So thank you guys for watching today. If you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up, and I will endeavour to bring you a new episode as soon as I possibly can. Keep healthy, keep safe, and bye for now.